right now.
Hey, what's up, monkey man? So listen, can I talk to you about something? Sure. I said, Dad, I don't want to go to law school anymore. I want to go to film school. A little bead of sweat starts to go down the back of my neck. I'm like, here it comes. You want what? I thought he was going to go into other stuff about, like, my ass. Do you think I'm paying for that? You know, that could be a hobby, but you know, that's not a real job. I thought all this was coming. And after about a 5-second pause, he goes, I hear this. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Yes, sir. Then I hear, well, don't half-ass it. And man, my dad not only said okay, in the way he said don't half-ass it was also, okay, let's go, big boy. Own that. Put some leverage, get some horsepower behind where you're going. Go do it. If you're gonna do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would have. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something you just don't know, whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want, finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it, I went all the way, I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
You ever had a gut feeling that maybe you were meant for more, but you weren't really sure what the next best steps were to achieve it? Me too. So what's your more? What's your destination? And I'm not talking about just more money or more things. I'm also talking about more love, more joy, more choice, more balance, more trust. What's your more?
If life was nothing but green lights and we didn't have yellows and reds, things that make us pause, hardships, crises, times for introspection, then what the hell would it all be for? We need the yellows and the reds. That's how we evolve. That's how hopefully there's some ascension to our being. That's how we give some credit to time and growing older. If we were the same person today that we were 20 years ago, then what the hell are we doing? If anything, I would say to my 50-year-old self, go fail more. If anything, I would say to you, go fail more. Forget them. Those people on the sideline that are saying the thumbs down or calling you something or being snarky, they're on the sidelines for a reason. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Sleep was sin in my household. Sin. I saw my dad asleep one time in my life. If it was daylight, you couldn't be inside. There's a fierce sense of independence. 30 minutes of TV a night max. Mom would always say, why are you gonna watch someone doing something when you can go out in the world and do it yourself? Turn that damn thing off, get outside. Had to be outside. Like go, get out in the world, go hustle, figure it out.
We all want more out of our life, don't we? More out of our relationships, more out of our careers, more out of ourselves. So look, it's time to renegotiate, right? Who we are and how we treat each other. It's time to re-engineer how we can get where we want to and need to go. It's time to restore what's worth keeping from our past and what's worth taking into our future. Life's mystery going forward, the science looking back. When you look back, we can all connect every single dot. It's mathematical, scientific how we got to this table right here. We've got plans for this afternoon, but we're not sure what's going to happen. But everything looking back, it's all connected if we go back and look at it. And there's a whole lot of, I thought that was the end. Well, it was the end, but it was the beginning of this thing. Or I caught that red light and therefore made me 60 seconds later to get to that cafe where I met that movie producer or that woman who became my wife or whatever that is.
It don't make sense at the time, but boy, looking back, it's all a science.
You've got this great line where you say, so many people are obsessed with how to live longer instead of how to live better.
Yeah. Quantity, success without the profit. Ooh, how much more can I get? I'm for it. The longevity. I'm for it. But in the pursuit of it, are we measuring quality of life along the way? Some people aren't. I personally don't want to have the highest number, but then go, well, that wasn't any fun, or I didn't enjoy that, or that sucked. I'm just trying to remind everyone that just like in business, when I say success without the profit, we have plenty of people that succeed. If you got the most money, the most toys, you succeed. They didn't profit. They're not profiting with their success. Profit measures quality with the quantity. So I'm saying real success is when you have profit. Well, really great longevity would be for those quality years, quality time left in this life.
What do you wish more people knew about the price of success in life?
Well, success has taken on different definitions over time. It used to have to do, and now, money, fame, that's your definition of success. So it seems to be that, and it always has been to some extent, whoever has more is most successful. More access, more money, you're the winner. I'm not saying it's a race to the red light, but I am saying the fourth quarter of that being your goal, the residuals decline on quality of life. I've met many more very rich men who chase that dollar to be successful and to be relevant for having the most money, that the last 15, 20, even younger years were bewildered, lost, had no relationships, didn't have purpose. Chasing the dollar, they just did it. They were good at it and made it happen, but they didn't feel what they were doing. They couldn't even necessarily say what they were really good at. Just good deal makers or made the right calls in certain mathematics. It's also why I wasn't surprised when Trump first got elected. It fame, it money. We sell that every day in the West as this is how you make it.
It's America.
This is what you
That's
do.
America.
That's America.
Be less impressed and more involved.
More involved, yeah.
What did you mean by that? And where did that come from?
It came from, we grew up hardcore on gratitude. I'm a very thankful guy. And being thankful and having gratitude is very important. But you can't stop there. Because too much just, I'm so happy to be here. You're so impressed to be here. Thank you for having me, which we should have. But if you live only there, we can't be present and be involved in whatever we're doing and do it as well as we want to do it. You gotta go, no, thank you for letting me be here, and I'm supposed to be here. Now let's go. If I'm even talking to you, if I'm here going, man, I'm so happy to be here. If I'm just happy to be here and go no further than that, we can't have this conversation. I'm not there. I won't be there yet. I can't be grounded enough to have it right here. I'd be like, I'd anticipate my thoughts. I'd, say something that is only the pretty stuff and not the ugly stuff, or, I don't want to be me. So to be involved allowed me to be more honest and have more courage. When we're involved, we're more honest and have more courage to do what we're fashioned to do, how we're fashioned to do it.
What about love?
We always knew we were loved. There's never a question that we were loved as loving each other, loving mom and dad, being loved by mom and dad, and mom would always keep on to make sure you're loving yourself. I remember breakups, heartbroken. She'd let it mourn. She was a great ear, very sensitive ear to that kind of to pains like that, broken hearts, but only for a day. After a day, she'd crank up the AC/DC, man, and go like, now, get up. You're worth it. Her loss. Come on, get out of bed. Come on. Quit moping. Lift your head up. Come on, buddy. We got this. Her loss. Give you the day. No more than that.
What's the difference between a nice guy and a good man?
A nice guy gets along. Yeah, do that. Yeah, I'll do that. They don't necessarily have discernment or judgment, not sure what they stand for or stand against. It's like, yes, sure. Yeah, hey. A good man has ideals that they stand for and they'll stand against, and when they're tested, a good man is not a nice guy. I didn't want to keep forgiving myself on Sunday and then repeat and do the same thing again Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then go, now I can be forgiven. I was like, no, man. Forgive me, Father. I know what I'm doing, and I'm keep doing it. Cut the McConaughey. Quit giving yourself that out, that parachute, even though you may have it. Even though word says grace of God will forgive you. Yeah, I need to strong arm myself, put my damn hands on the wheel, look in the mirror and go, it's on you. Because it is.
Happiness is an emotional response to an outcome. If I win, I will be happy. If I don't, I won't. It's an if-then, cause and effect, quid pro quo standard that we cannot sustain because we immediately raise it every time we attain it. See, happiness demands a certain outcome. It is result reliant. And I say if happiness is what you're after, then you're going to be let down frequently and you're going to be unhappy much of your time. Joy, though, joy is a different thing. It's something else. Joy is not a choice. It's not a response to some result. It's a constant. Joy is the feeling that we have from doing what we are fashioned to do, no matter the outcome. Now, personally, as an actor, I started enjoying my work and literally being more happy when I stopped trying to make the daily labor a means to a certain end. For example, I need this film to be a box office success. You know, I need my performance to be acknowledged. I need the respect of my peers. All those are reasonable aspirations, but the truth is, as soon as the work, the daily making of the movie, the doing of the deed became the reward in itself for me, I got more box office, more accolades and respect than I ever had before. See, joy is always in process. It's under construction. It is in constant approach, alive and well in the doing of what we're fashioned to do and enjoying it.
I think it's why a lot of relationships don't work. We make her Wonder Woman and she makes us Superman and neither one of us can live up to it. And that we've got that bulb, that honeymoon bulb turned up to 100 watts and the honeymoon's over. We're trying to deal with some real base stuff. Let's leave it at 20 watts. We're just lit, but we're not just feverishly, superhuman. And I think a lot of us just purport that on someone else and they can't live up to it. And it ends up not being fair to them. And then they do the same to us and we both walk away going, I underwhelmed. And if you forgive me and you believe that I mean, I'm truly sorry, do my best not to ever do that again. If you believe that and then you forgive me. First order of business is for me to change the behavior that I have so I don't have to come say sorry to you again. That I think we miss sometimes. That sometimes people go, I'm sorry, forgive me. Oh, cool, we're even. All right, back to it. And all of a sudden you're like, you did it again. Dude, have a little reward. I thought you were gonna course correct. I've got to course correct. The offenders, for the first order of business, for the offender to go, I'm gonna do what I can not to have to say I'm sorry to you again.
I think George Janko says every man knows God when he's at his lowest. That there are reliable times when people turn toward faith.
And how many people turn at the end of their life? And I wonder, if there is a God, is that in the same way that, Catholicism could say sin all week, but if you meet it and you ask for forgiveness on Sunday, you're washed clean. Well, I see some people use that as a crutch and go right back to repeat offending. I've got a poem in here, going to forgive me, Father, for I know what I do. And I'm curious, is that okay? There's the forgive me, Father, for I know not what I do. Mm-hmm. And I'm writing about, well, forgive me, Father, there's times I know exactly what I'm doing, and I do it anyway.
That was an error of volition, not accident.
A choice I made. Yeah. Now, if I'm going to keep making that choice and be a repeat offender, I'm not ready to go, yeah, but if I ask for forgiveness on Sunday, I'm all clean. We can do it all over again. I'm not ready to, I'm going, no, hang on. The buck's got to stop here. I said, what's better? I'm going to poem in here called Heaven or Not. I'm going to try and find it and see if this kind of half answers that question. Tomorrow is not today's measurement when the misery is bad enough, right? It's people forever. But if you can find something that you can keep going, something that no matter how small to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here is gonna be better now, heaven or not. And I was like, time to become a man.
Order filled.
Walk forward, peripheral vision, get it, own yourself, walk forward with more courage, and start becoming the man you wanna be instead of acting like it and putting it off. I'm nervous before I'm gonna go speak or something. I got a little thing in my wallet. You're gonna die one day, McConaughey. And I'm like, oh, that relaxes me. If I'm going in, complacent, I got another note and tell myself, what you're about to say and do will outlive you, so you better do it well. If I said I can't, my dad's teeth just start to go, excuse me? Sure you're not just having trouble? I remember this one time I was going out to do my chores Saturday morning, mow the lawn, and I couldn't get the damn lawnmower to start. Checked everything, couldn't get it to start. I'm going inside, I said, Dad, can you help me? I can't get the lawnmower started. And he turned around, I saw his molars and went. And he got up, walked with me through the kitchen, through the garage, out the backyard, went to the lawnmower, messed around, pulled a couple things out, after about 10 minutes, boom, cranked it. And while the lawnmower was running right there, he came over to me and bent down and looked me in the eye. He goes, see, son, you were just having trouble.
I think in life you want to be finding people that believe in you more than you believe in you, that hold you to higher standards.
I think that's the definition of a good friend. I think that's the definition of a good partner, a good definition of a good husband, wife. That they remind us of the best of ourselves. They shine that light, remind us, because we do. I know I do. It gets put the blinds on it, and I don't see it.
I'm interested in so many things that my hunch is to not take on more campfires, but to keep putting logs on the fires that I've built. And to do that, the clouds that come with fall just nip ambition in the bud just a little bit and put a little bit of a roof. I'm not as big of a fan of the 30-foot vault ceiling, but I like that 10-footer, that 8-footer. I feel ambitious looking laterally instead of not forward initially. I'm looking for the dreams and the poems and the prayers to become the reality. And I like a little bit of shame. I gotta forgive that deed, that person for that deed. And again, not necessarily trust him, but do my best to forgive him. And that can take me a while. And I think that what takes me the most time to forgive the betrayal is me. When and if I betray myself, forgiving myself. Because we forgive too quickly. We dust resilient. We hop up and dust ourselves off and go, forgive you, let's do it again. We do become repeat offenders because we didn't take time to put ourselves or feel the guilt of the wrongdoing and pay a little penance to look at and go, I don't want to feel this again. I don't want to do that action again to make myself feel this way. It doesn't feel like me. I don't want that person to have that sadness or anger with me again, or the world to have that sadness and anger from this deed. I don't want to feel that again. And that takes some pause to then go, now I forgive myself. Let's carry on and trust and be ready to do the work to say, I'm not gonna just let that slide anymore. I'm successful. I got a home. It's got a gate. I got a security guard. I got 3 kids. I got a wife. All right, secure this. Keep that log on those fires going. That's the main thing, man. If you do that, there's nothing better you can do. Well, hang on, man. You can do that, but you still need to engage. What are you gonna become, a live-in father? No. Kids need to see you go to work. They need to come with you, go to work. They need to see you and your mom going places without them. Engage in the world. Go find out some new things. Learn some new things. Whether that's the physical frontier or the mental frontier. Take more risk there. Why? Wait a minute now. So we're saying if success is the key, if success is the measurement, and you can get it by lying, cheating, and stealing, and still be rewarded the gold medal. That's what's happening. Are we ready to say that's okay? Are we ready to say that's just how it is? We have leaders in positions now that are saying, yeah, just win. Or just win, just succeed. But yeah, you get there. You did it. Congratulations, come to the front of the line. So what are the ethics? I don't know, what'd the winner do? Well, but wait, what about rules? Oh yeah, by the way, the rules, if you follow them, you're a sucker. I started to find myself going, oh, wait a minute. I'm not ready to say. That's just how it is.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
5% faster rendering for gameplay, making the is the new PlayStation 5 Pro worth getting. It's the equivalent of using the original PS5 in performance mode with all the graphical features of fidelity mode, in addition to PlayStation's spectral resolution upscaling, giving the best graphical gaming experience on a PlayStation. The effects are very subtle, which enhance the realism even further. I wouldn't say it's as dramatic as going from the PS4 to the PS4 Pro, as jumping to 4K with the level of detail that provided was quite a big jump in detail, but with the Pro you'll no longer have to choose what you want to sacrifice, so choosing to favor graphics or favor performance, which is a big positive, adding to the realism when gaming to help give an even more immersive gaming experience. The Fidelity Pro mode actually enhances the graphics even more with additional ray tracing applied, but remember, obviously these enhancements only come into effect on the PS5 Pro enhanced games, where developers are working to enhance things even further. Gaming wise, if you look closely, you will notice the subtle enhancements. Storage wise, it has much more, with it having 2 terabytes of SSD storage, where you can see 1.89 terabytes is now available. On the front, there's 2 USB Type-C ports, which could be a hassle if you have a racing wheel, as the majority of them come with a USB-A cable to connect to the console, so you might have to buy an extension lead to reach around the back to plug it in. And it would have been good if there were 2 versions of the Pro console, so a digital and a disc version, but at least you can upgrade and get a disc drive installed. Price wise, the PS5 Pro comes in at just under £700 or $700 for the digital edition, but you'd want to add another 100 on there if you wanted to add a disc drive, so quite a jump from the cost of the original console. If you didn't own a PS5, then I'd say it's a no-brainer in choosing this. But upgrade wise, I'd say it's a tough one, as the original PS5 performed really well regardless. But if you didn't want any compromises in having to choose between graphics or performance, then choosing the new PS5 Pro is the way to go. But you could say in the midst of fast-paced action, some of the finer details may go unnoticed, as many PS5 games are graphically quite impressive regardless. So if you're someone who wants your gaming at the best level with no compromise, with an insane level of detail from the ray tracing, then go for this. Otherwise, if you're happy to compromise, then you're fine sticking with the base PS5 and no need to update. So there you have it. You've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing the new PS5 Pro. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. And if you have any questions on this, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think of the new PS5 Pro. For those of you who got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with PS5 Pro.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
So I mentioned to you that this is episode 1000.
Yeah.
It's been 7.5 years. We just crossed 1 billion views the other day as well.
Congrats, man.
And as a little surprise to you, we wanted to take you back to an environment that you probably know at least a little bit well.
Ah, Cooper's Place, Alberta, Canada, where we shot it. Production planted all those cornfields too. They're as far as the eye could see. And this is the road Cooper drives up on the way out, and that's that Hans Zimmer countdown. 10, 9, 8, leaving children to follow dream. Lift off.
I love how quick that is, that transition from him leaving to going. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. I think it was, Chris's version of tying the human drama. What would you do? A father leaving children to go do what they know they were meant to do and leave this earth. And then from there on, time changes. And at the end of this shoot, when it was wrapped and it was clear we had no more shots, no more scenes on this location, my family and I were in my Airstream on the set, which is where we lived. We got at the edge of base camp. We turned our Airstream to face out to the mountains. And right behind us is your medical and your food, whatever you need from production. But we stayed extra few days and just hiked it and stuff. And one of the things that was fun is I let my son, probably, I don't know what Levi was, 7, 8 at the time. We got in my truck and I let him drive through these cornfields as fast as he wanted. And he was going 360 all around because I had checked.
Order
I was like,
filled.
they go, no, it's for as far as you can see. It's just like
the
salt flats. Hit it. And I've got some video of that and some pictures. It was top. Yeah.
Unreal. Why do you say life rhymes?
I think Mark Twain said that first, didn't he? A version of that. History rhymes. Seems for as much as we go, our generation's so different than the last one, and there's never been anything like this. The ebbs and the flows, the debits and the assets, and for every new technology and there's a debit and an old culture, and
seems like it always is right there, somewhat equalized and balanced. And there's a rhyme in that sort of ecclesiastical, there's a time for everything, and for everything you reap, there will you sow. There's a time to kill. There's a time to live. There's a time to plant. There's a time to gather. There's a time to spread. It's very Emersonian too, and for every new technology, we lose an old culture, and these things that we think are contradictory, heaven and hell, hate and love, that we think are like this, an imbalance for the truth of them, I think, is in that third eye where they overlap, and they all do overlap. They all sort of balance themselves out, and I don't know how much new under the sun we actually are doing. I think we call it different names. I think we change the labels. I think you get some things that are extra strength and some things that are
Order
unleaded.
filled.
Mhm.
But I think they all pretty much balance out, and there's rhyme and balance.
What's your perspective on coincidence in life?
Yeah.
Serendipity.
Yeah, man. Well, first time I have it is deja vu, and you have it twice, I call it vu deja. Let's flip that thing around upside and backwards, both sides of the coin. Look, in some ways, it's the beginning of an argument for God, a divine plan, fate, karma. In other ways, that's fun to start doing that math to try and prove our way there. But it also feels like those are the swingbacks. Oh, I've been here before. I was here before. This life, it doesn't have the period at the end of it. I mean, who knows how many, many lives, many masters. I don't know if that's true. It sure feels like it is sometimes. That's a rhyme. That's a real time when life does rhyme. And you look for the math, and you look for the science to add it up, and it ain't there. In that way, I do think science is the practical pursuit of God, of which we'll never prove. And that's the point. So there you have belief and faith for that which can't be proven. But the pursuit of that is also why I think God loves an atheist scientist. It's like, yes, keep it up. Pursuit of that is why I think in my agnostic years, where I said, self-reliance, it's on me, man. Forget fate. I'm not relying on God. I ain't praying for nothing. It's on me. Responsibility, self-reliance. I believe that when I came back to my faith, that I heard God applauding. Thank you for having your hands on the wheel. Thank you for taking the self-reliance and saying it is on you. Because you know what? I need that.
What's that wonderful idea that God doesn't want to do everything? Some of it's up to you.
Amen. And though free will and faith and self-reliance and faith, they can seem contradictory, but I think I think they do rhyme. And you need both. And yes, there's a time for it, inshallah. God willing, there's a time for, well, if it's supposed to be, it will be. Yeah, usually right after it happens.
Yeah. I think George Janko says every man knows God when he's at his lowest. That there are reliable times when people turn
Order
toward
filled.
faith.
And how many people turn at the end of their life? And I wonder, if there is a God, is that in the same way that, Catholicism could say sin all week, but if you mean it and you ask for forgiveness on Sunday, you're washed clean. Well, I see some people use that as a crutch and go right back to repeat offending. I've got a poem in here going, forgive me, Father, for I know what I do. And I'm curious, like, is that okay? To just,
What's that mean?
meaning there's the forgive me, Father, for I know not what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm writing about, well, forgive me, Father, there's times I know exactly what I'm doing, and I do it anyway.
Yeah, that was an error of volition, not accident.
A choice I made.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm going to keep making that choice and be a repeat offender, I'm not ready to go, yeah, but if I ask for forgiveness on Sunday, I'm all clean. We can do it all over again. I'm not ready to, I'm going, no, hang on, God. The buck's got to stop here, man. If you're a repeat offender, God's going, yeah, no, you're not going to sit there and tomfoolery with me here, bud. And I don't want to do that with myself, just as if I steal from you and I come to you and I go, I'm sorry. I don't know where I was. I was at a horrible choice. I'm sorry. I'm asking for your forgiveness. If you forgive me, because you take my sincere want of reconciliation, the first thing on the docket between us should be me starting to do anything and everything I can not to have to come to you and say, I'm sorry for the same damn thing again. If I do it once, twice, and I'm a repeat offender and I stole from you 3 times, I think, and I'm hoping you'll still forgive me, but I wouldn't trust me. You know? Yeah, I think that's something that we forget sometimes, is that once you do the forgiving, which lets the spite move out of us so we don't get sick with that. The first thing, responsibility is on the one who's asking for forgiveness to do everything they can not to have to come to ask for forgiveness or say I'm sorry again. And I think we forget that. That's the debit. That's what's owed by the offender first. You gave the grace to say I forgive you. So he called. That doesn't mean it's even money. That means I got work to do to make sure I'm not coming back to ask for it again.
As opposed
again.
As opposed to there is no amount of work that you can do that will ever get you back to even keel. It's someone saying,
right,
the ledger is still imbalanced, but the door's open to the bank.
The doors, and it's on me to go.
Come and repay.
Look, I wish rehabilitation like the jail system. I wish it was such that once someone's out, they're like you or me going to apply for a job. They're not. The scarlet letter's on them. Well, that means our system of rehabilitation isn't working. Because if it works, you should get out. I paid my penance. Now it's even money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how do you think about forgiving betrayal?
I'm trying to think of when I've been betrayed. When it's clearly betrayal, I know it's betrayal, and that person can look and go, yeah, that's what I did. I've been asked for forgiveness for that before, and I've been also seen people go, yeah, that's what I did. And they're not asking for forgiveness. They're going, yeah, that's what I did. The first response is, well, fuck you. The second one is, if that's on my mind, if that's keeping me up at night, that SOB or whatever that is, I gotta flush that. I gotta wonder, why is that on my mind? I gotta forgive that deed, that person for that deed. And again, not necessarily trust him, but do my best to forgive him. And that can take me a while. And I think who it takes me the most time to forgive the betrayal is me. When and if I betray myself, forgiving myself. Because you know how it is, man. We forgive too quickly. We dust resilient. We hop up and dust ourselves off and go, forgive you, let's do it again. We do become repeat offenders because we didn't take the time to put ourselves or feel the guilt of the wrongdoing and pay a little penance to look at and go, I don't want to feel this again. I don't want to do that action again to make myself feel this way. It doesn't feel like me. I don't want that person to have that sadness or anger with me again, or the world to have that sadness and anger from this deed. I don't want to feel that again. And that takes some pause to then go, now I forgive myself. Let's carry on and trust and be ready to do the work to say, we're not gonna just let that slide anymore. It's not going to be a way to
hold myself to a higher standard.
Yeah. Because it didn't pay off, because the repercussions sucked.
There is a unique sort of circle of hell that is reserved for when you keep on making the same mistake over and over again. That you've done it, you've had to pay the penance, say that you're sorry, and then arrive straight back at the same place.
Yeah. I think there's a hell in the mirror. Then I think it can become a living hell. I got that poem in there, Daymares.
I love that one.
I do too. You know, nightmares suck, but at least you wake up. And they're over. It's the ones that stick with you when you wake up and go through your day that are right there. Those are the ones. That's the living hell.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're talking about. And you repeat offend enough, word gets out. The circles gets out. People doubt you. on your approach, you're like, yeah, but don't do this for this guy. I mean, all of a sudden, you're going places and you got to look over your shoulder. You got to see who's there that I didn't pay back. Who do I owe? What bridge did I burn? What person did I betray to get where I am? That's a life. That's a living hell.
Well, forget that in the modern world, you can move from city to city. At least you can, in some regard, leave your reputation behind. This was one of the issues of the West, right? This was how the snake oil salesmen were able to keep going because they would bounce from town to town.
Right.
However, if you lose your reputation with yourself, if you no longer trust you,
Yep.
I don't keep my own word. I know that I'm not a trustworthy person. I keep making promises to myself and to other people, and I keep on breaking them. I keep doing something that hurts other people or the same person. They don't trust me anymore, and I don't trust me anymore.
And you're 100% right. It all comes back to being a very personal act. And what some people would say, oh, that person's acting selfishly.
Order filled.
No, they're actually being incredibly unselfish, I think, because they're pinning themselves in a living hell and having to look in the mirror and going, I don't trust you. I don't respect you. Now, how long? And I know some people that can sleep quite well with that existence. I don't know how long they can do it. It's bound to be some comeuppance. The world's got to get small. They got to get dizzy somewhere. But, where's that come from? Where's that come from for an agnostic, an atheist? Where's that come from someone in power that could easily damage somebody, but chooses not to be cruel, and they could so easily? Why not? Where's that? What's that moral compass of some sort of fairness or integrity that keeps someone having that kind of character, even though they may not believe in God or religion? That's why I'm saying this. Is it about belief? Yeah, the book's about belief. That's what I'm peddling here. I need more of it. I personally believe in God, but the whole thing's not for people that just believe in God. Believe in trying to pursue your better self, transcendent self. If you believe in the future, you believe in your kids, you believe in the past, something. Don't know what that is? Ask yourself what you die for. Start there. Everyone kind of believes in something. There's an argument that even nihilists do believe in nothing. Nothing's even something, I don't know how you double down on nothing, but
Double nothing.
yeah.
There's an opposite end to this scale as well, that continuing to sort of betray yourself. Sometimes you can do everything right and still not get the result that you wanted. And that seems like a really tough pill to swallow for people. I think that's why people become uncomfortable with fully feeling their emotions.
Yeah.
So where do you go? What do you think when I gave it my all there, I bared myself, and I still got kicked in the nuts?
Yep. Not only did I feel like I deserve it, I feel like I earned it, and I still didn't get it. Wait a minute, but you said that's the playbook, and I followed the playbook. You said these were the rules and the regulations. I followed it, and I was good at it. I still didn't get it. Well, I suppose that's why we have entrepreneurs and criminals. And I mean, I think I naturally come back and look, I hustle. I'm a hustler. I'm not puritanical. I'm not trying to preach a absolute straight and narrow way to go things. I bullshitted my way into things and faked my way into making things. Pulled off stunts. But I've never been able to really live with, by hook or by crook, I'll get it how I can get it. I'll lie, cheat, and steal to get it. I got the prize, and I'm still okay. I got it. My own shadow chases me down in the middle of the night, and those nightmares do become my own daymares. Now, going for it and not getting it, which we see a lot now. Right now, I think we're living in times where one of the indirect examples we'll see from some leadership is, well, who's got the power? Winner. Okay. So what are the ethics? Well, whatever the winner does. Yeah, but the winner, been pillaged and lied and cheated and stole to get the prize. But he won.
Order
Wait a minute.
filled.
You moved the goalpost while I had the ball was in the air, man. Is that okay? They won. And I'm not buying to say, I'm not ready to purchase that. Okay, that's just how it is. And I'm in no way foolish enough to think that everybody out there is on their best behavior. No, me neither. But I'm not ready for just, hey, however you can pull it off and however many people you crumple along the way, there ain't no rules, regulations. Oh, and actually, if you do follow the rules, you're a sucker. Fuck you. What's the game for then? We're going to get dizzy on that. That's going to self-implode. That's not the wild, wild west. That's more than that. That's upside down and backwards and the foot's on the other shoe. That's not going to last. That doesn't have any long-term ROI for us personally or collectively as humanity, I don't think. So we've got to police that ourselves, And I think that's my hunch, is that we start with that. Everyone, no matter how much they're thinking globally or collectively, it all starts with something very, very personal. And that's where a revolution could begin. A revolution of evolution would begin, that each person goes, I'm going to go one step further, as I talk about, to salvage my character, or one step further before I pull the parachute, quit.
Order filled.
I think that's how I could really inch forward and evolve in a way.
Before we continue, you are probably not eating enough fruit and vegetables, and you know it, and this is going to help. Good news, AG1 just released their next-gen formula. It's a more advanced, clinically backed version of the product that I've been drinking every day for years, delivering more than 75 ingredients, including your multivitamin, pre- and probiotics, superfoods, greens, and more. And for the first time ever, they've now added flavors. Tropical, citrus, and berry, available in the US and Canada. So you still get the same one-scoop ritual, but now with an even more thoughtful formulation, flavors, and 4 clinical trials behind it, designed with absorption and maximum efficacy
Order
in
filled.
mind. AG1's been evolving since 2010, continuously improving along with the latest research, and AG1 Next Gen is the result. It's clinically shown to help fill common nutrient gaps and support gut health, even in people who already eat well. In one study, it boosted healthy bacteria in the gut by 10 times. And if you're still not sure, they've got a 90-day money-back guarantee. So you can buy it and try it every single day for 3 months. And if you don't like it, they will give you your money back. Right now, you can get a year's free supply of vitamin D3K2, free AG1 travel packs, and that 90-day money-back guarantee by going to the link in the description below or heading to drinkag1.com/modern wisdom. That's drinkag1.com/modern wisdom. Let's say someone has been kicked in the nuts a good bit by life. How do you advise them to sort of become the hero of their own story again?
Oof. Man, that's a tough one. I got a poem in here called Heaven or Not. I'm going to try and find it and see if this kind of half answers that question. And, I don't have that answer. A lot of times these, here it is, heaven or not, Tomorrow is not today's measurement when the misery is bad enough, right? These people don't have to the suffering consideration. It's a privilege, man. I'm trying to put food on the table right now. I'm paying my rent tonight. You want to talk to me about investing in my future? And I say, and that's part of what faith and religion are for, to help those in misery hang on to a hope that will most likely not be served them in this life, to sell them belief and faith that they will be served in the next. And what if there is nothing there, man? What if there's nothing to hope for? What if there's no next? I don't know. But either way, in misery here or without a heaven there, not having any hope or faith in anything is a certain way to remain where you are forever. But if you can find something that you can keep going, something that no matter how small to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here is going to be better now. Heaven or not? That's a great question. I sit here with a life where I have the luxury to project, to ask myself and ask others, no, make a sacrifice today. Sacrifice a plastic ring today for a gold crown tomorrow. Sacrifice something today for more freedom tomorrow. Sacrifice something today for a possible healthier future for your kids. I understand that's a luxurious position. I'm not going to apologize that I'm in it, but I understand to someone in misery, they're going, Good for you, man. I'm trying to feed the family tonight. I'm not thinking past that. I can't think past that. What do you ask them to do? Yeah, my indirect thing I would say and understand is, well, if you don't have the hope or believe in something, you're definitely going to remain where you are. And if you have hope and faith in something, I'm not
Order
saying it's
filled.
100% get out of jail. You're going to absolutely get out, but you got the best chance to.
Peace is a gift of God and grace. To reach it, we must rage.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to close my show that I'm doing when I'm this little bit with the tour with that. Because, hey, man, kumbaya. I get it.
Order filled.
I don't think that's how peace is coming. I think that's a great place to hope for, but to get there or closer to there is going to take punk rock or rage. It's going to take getting wild. It's not going to be necessarily logical. It's not going to be tame. It's not going to be whispered. I don't think. It's going to take nothing. No emotion gets more shit done than rage. For good or for bad.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like rage really moves the needle. You know what I mean? And I think that emotion and that approach shouldn't be thrown out when you're talking about a pursuit of peace or contentment. I think it takes sweat equity. It will take blood being drawn. I don't believe that we're as evolved enough species to just behave as we intellectually can agree we should be. I don't see it happening. We can all agree with it. In an open forum, enough of us go back on our own and that ain't what we're doing. You know? It's a good idea. But boy, when we're cornered and what we got's being possibly trespassed on, we very primal.
Some lines need to be drawn.
I believe so.
I wonder whether we overpraise balance when greatness might demand imbalance.
That's an interesting one. That's a fun one, man. Do we overpraise balance? Yeah, I think my first reaction would be we do overpraise balance a bit. It's a great pursuit. I think a better pursuit is try and find the rhyme in the imbalance.
Well, let me give you what I think is the justification for why balance gets overpraised. Most of the people who have a platform which is sufficiently big with enough credibility for others to listen en masse have been through the rage and now burst out the top to reach exit velocity.
Okay.
And what that means is they're in a very different position now to what they were at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the summary is model the rise, not the result.
I like that.
Model the rise, not the result, because the result is where they're at now. Do not ask Warren Buffett about how long he spends reading the newspaper and poring over old books. That guy was a hustler. He was a hustler when he was young. What did you do when you were at the stage that I am at? Not what do you do now? Right. Because I want to get to where you are. That means I don't do what you do now. Right. I do what you did to get there. Model the rise, not the result.
Love that. The approach. Okay. I'm all for that. And the way, especially the way you just explained it. And let's just talk about overall and I haven't thought of it when thinking about aspirations with people and things, but the result, which we know there isn't really one, and we cannot imitate someone else's exact result. We're going to have our own way to get there. The approach is all. I think that's the best our life can get is one constant approach, and with many different approaches, but knowing there is no result. That's when I always say the metaphor life's a verb. But that's really fun to go, no. Don't study the result. What was the person doing when they got there? And everybody who's achieved something great was some sort of outlaw.
Yep.
Some sort of hustler. out of balance, out of whack, dark times. Whoa.
Airstream.
Still wakes up in the middle of the night and glad they went a mouth guard because they had chipped all their teeth through that fucking nightmare they were having about those things they did back then.
Okay.
I'm one of those.
Well, another question would be, what virtue is there in balance if there was no such thing as imbalance to fight against?
Yeah.
Oh, I just reached equanimity.
Right.
You know, I walked out onto this tightrope. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, I didn't wobble once.
Well, now we're going into, I have that, I got that thing in there and said, what's better? Take eight big risks in life, sin once, miss the mark once, but get achieve seven out of 8. Or take 100 risks and achieve 8 of them. My hunch is that if there's a God, he's saying, go for the 100 and get 8 rather than 8 and get 7. If you're not taking enough risk to sin or miss the mark, which is what sin means, to fail, what are you doing? Don't come back with even money. Come back with a safe bet, which that can become a sort of recessive peace, namaste. No,
Order
it's
filled.
it's almost a. I don't think it's what the mystics meant when they were like, be disattached. I think it meant go embrace, but for highs and lows and pains and pleasures, understand that those outward things are not the things to be attached to for your own identity. It's got to be inward first. Enjoy those, partake, but don't become attached to those for your measure.
There's an idea from Isaiah Berlin called the inner citadel. He says, when the world denies us that which we want, we retreat into ourselves in a kind of spiritual depth, into a sort of inner citadel. Basically, if you can't get what you want, you teach yourself to want what you can get.
Okay.
So, for instance, you damage your leg in a battle, and you can try to fix the leg, in which case you're fine. Or if you fail, you chop your leg off and announce that the desire for legs is misguided and must be subdued. Right? This is a retreat in spiritual depth. This is asceticism on steroids. By not trying to play the game, there is no risk of failure. And I think that the not making any bets, I see this a lot. I've been very obsessed with emotions since we last spoke a year ago. I've been very obsessed with emotions, with feeling feelings, trying to. And I get the sense that feelings are one of these strange bets, emotions, investing ourselves, not holding a bit back, not putting one foot out, like putting it on the line, opening up, exposing
Order
ourselves. And that feels like a retreat in kind, but one that's plausibly deniable. When we just have one foot out, I didn't fully commit myself to this project, this relationship, this friendship, this self-transformation. I kept one foot back. Well, you know, I might not be able to do that right now because I've got this challenge or this restriction from before, or this relationship. Like I'm going to hold a bit back. I'm going to keep a bit for me. This is my bit. And it means that if failure comes along, it doesn't hurt as much. But it also means that success is less likely. And if success comes along, you know that you didn't really earn it. You didn't really win it because you played the game. And that's fine in some areas of pursuit and at some stages of life. Early in life, I don't think you can be left as culpable. You're 12 years old. You
Order filled. 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 Order filled.